Wait, what the? Why is my Vtuber book broken? Guys, guys, I'm gone. Guys, I don't exist anymore. What did I? Oh, actually. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Jump scare. Did you know that before crowbars were invented, crows used to drink at home? I'm not sure how true that is. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's true, but yeah, welcome in, everybody. Welcome. I have nothing really planned today. I'm just planned to, I was planning to chill a bit, and if um, and if people are okay with it, and if I really have nothing to do, I'm just gonna maybe play some games or something. But then right now I have no plans, so yeah. But yeah, welcome. How is everybody doing? And I realized I forgot to change my Twitch description again because I always do that. Someone needs to set me a reminder to change my Twitch description every time. Because like every time I forget to change uh my Twitch info, there you go. I was still on Minecraft just now, like as my thing I was doing. But yeah, how are you guys doing? How has everyone been doing this weekend? I have not had I have not had a decent weekend, but um give me one sec. Why does that VTuber model keep just breaking out of nowhere? Bruh. YouTube Studio, are you okay? Can you stop breaking? Can you stop? Thank you very much, VTube Studio. Thank you very much for being a functional app. Yeah. Uh how is everything? I have been really mentally tired these past few days. I did do some exercise today though. I went to the gym, I ran on the treadmill and stuff. I'm not really good at gym training. Uh I didn't know how to use the treadmill controls at all. I ended up just having to manually press the buttons every single fucking time. It was so inefficient and so fucking stupid. But yeah, I also have literally the worst physical fitness in the universe, by the way. So back when I was in school, I used to join this like unit. We would do basically it would be a physical training unit. We would run and we would run, we would do like some kind of physical activities. Physical fitness in Guna. What? What? What did I say? What did I say? Why? I did not say universe. I said I have the worst physical fitness in the universe. So, but yeah, basically we would run like a couple of kilometers every single week, maybe even twice a week, and I still couldn't run. I was I said universe, not gooniverse. What the fuck is wrong with you? Hello, Baba. Hello, Baba. You were here the entire time. Just wanted to see how I would deal with silence. You know I'm not good with silence. What the fuck? I'm terrible with silence. I'm not good at it. I don't know what to say when it is silent. Silence is terrible. I just started talking about what happened today and I went on from there. But yeah, I used to run every week, but then I still couldn't get fit and I still had oh you can talk now. Hello person, welcome in. Says the one who posted a certain link on Discord. What the fuck did I post? What did what link do I post on Discord? I just post a Twitter link, you know? Is it a Twitter link? Come on. It's just Twitter. It wasn't a new talk for some reason? Damn. YouTube has been really, really weird lately. They've been trying a lot of experimental shit that is just that I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to try the experimental shit and just launch it live. I can't fool you. I'm not fooling you. This is me. This is me right here. Right. Just to like, quell the silence a bit. I'm gonna play a little bit of background music. There you go. But yeah, as I was saying, I could like all of my friends became really, 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 really physically fit. Meanwhile, there was me just there who could never keep, who after 5 years of training could not keep up with the running speed. After so they would run quite fast, and I could never, literally never, I never once caught up. It was kind of embarrassing, not gonna lie, because having practicing with your friends for like multiple years on this thing, then all of a sudden you can you imagine like, oh, you see your friends improve, they become slowly better, they become physically fit. Some of them even went on to become like represent like the school in certain competitions. Meanwhile, I'm here that I can never improve. Like one of your coworkers hit the main water lines. Oh, that is not good. That is not good. That is very bad. Main water line where you were digging. Is that a common occurrence? I don't know. I guess you know how. So today was eventful. Yeah, you know how in like TV and shit, they always show like how hitting the main water line. Is that common? Like, is that actually a thing that commonly happens, or is it like is it like one of those things, or is it one of those things that's like, oh, it's common, but then if it happens, it's very annoying, but or is it one of those things that don't actually happen, but meanwhile you just have the luck, you are just the luckiest person in the universe? So yeah. Oh yeah. I finally went to a therapist yesterday. Meanwhile, I also got fucked yesterday. Not well, that sounds wrong. But I got completely. I was So my parents found I'm gonna say this quietly because just in case I don't know why I'm paranoid. They're literally no one. No, not at the doctors. No, no. I'm gonna say this quietly because I don't know if anyone's listening, and I hope no one is. My parents found my estrogen pills, and they didn't know what it was. They didn't know what it was, but they were questioning me very hard. They trust me to know that it wasn't drugs, but they were still questioning me like, why are you taking medication without telling us? Can you tell us what medication this is? I refused and not just refused. I told them like I couldn't tell them. Mentally I couldn't tell them, and that they could start putting them in new bottles, vitamin C bottles. I don't have those. And you're not supposed to put like these. I don't think you're supposed to put them outside their container. I don't know. I don't have any of these. And even so, if they are vitamin C bottles, I don't want anyone else. Like, my family knows me well enough to know I will never take vitamin. Vitamin is a scam, by the way. Just so you guys know, vitamins are a scam. Vitamins don't actually do a lot. You don't need that much vitamin. Sure, like unless you have some like specific sickness or specific condition that having access of a certain vitamin will help. Vitamins don't actually do anything as long as you have a decent and normal diet. Like, just eat a fruit every once in a while, and congratulations. You have light only half of the year. Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah, unless that is a different story though. Like if you're in like the Nordic countries or like very up north, like winter countries, yeah, that is a whole other story. You need vitamin D supplements in that case because you guys don't get enough sunlight, and that's a whole other story. If you have a deficiency or have a special case need, that's the only time vitamin supplements are useful. Typically, normally, every other buy medicine bottle, tear out the label, and tape it on with a sticky stick. Okay, so in Malaysia, our medication um comes in like I don't know how to describe this. It doesn't come in bottles. It comes in like a packaging, like a packaging where you break it when you want to take it. Like it doesn't come in a bottle. So no, that's not gonna work because there is no bottles. Oh yeah, different supplement, maybe workout scam medicine. I don't know. I think it's my parents are really paranoid when it comes to medicine, especially my mom. My dad is a lot more forthcoming. That's just like, okay, if you need to have it, just have it. But then my mom is extremely paranoid when it comes to medication because she goes like, don't for some reason she has a belief that eating any medication is for the long term is bad for your body. I don't know where she got that, and then she has that belief where like, oh, medication slowly destroys your body. Read these supplements fluids label on the My mom is a nurse. No, my mom is not a nurse. That's the thing. Like, a nurse would be like, hey, you cannot eat that much. And then you'll be like, a nurse would be caring about the medication. Like, oh, you shouldn't take that much. You shouldn't rely on it, that kind of thing. My mom is already to the point where it's like she does not trust any form of medication. She thinks like, people, let's say people who have to take like let's just say high blood pressure medicine. She thinks that it's like, oh, it's a necessity, but then when they're taking this, it's actually also damaging their body. The only reason they're taking this is because high blood pressure is even worse, like that kind of deal. So she's extreme. Like even when I'm taking my antidepressant, she keeps asking me like, so when are you gonna go off when do you think you can go off the drugs? I keep telling her, Mom, this is probably going to be a lifelong condition. I'm not going to be able to go off the antidepressants like anytime soon, unless like I have like unless I have like a substantial change in my my life and attitude. Things are not going. This is going to have to be the case for now, and she couldn't accept that. She look, yeah, you like just ask the doctor when you can stop. So you wouldn't harm your body anymore. And I keep telling her like, Mom, that's not how medication works. Medication does like side effects, extensive side effects of medication are extensively researched. And like sure, maybe like new or experimental drugs, you might be like, oh yeah, we don't know the side effects. My antidepressant is Zoloft. It has been in the market for 20 years now. I think Zoloft has been in the market for more than 20 years now, so it's not long. It is no longer it's no longer one of those like unknown medication. Mom's like, get good, stop being sad. Exactly. I mean, okay. My mom doesn't. My mom doesn't. You could tell her you have a plan on how you want your life trying to be. You can explain it. That's literally what I said. That's literally what I said. What the hell is the fire ghost? Hello, the fire ghost. It's me. I am the fire ghost. Hello, AI video maker. I'm gonna assume you're not actually an AI. I am the fire ghost AI video maker, but yeah, welcome in. My mom would never trust me. My mom can't even trust my dad. That's the issue. And that's the thing, like my mom has just this intense paranoia. Like here's the thing. You make AI videos, that's why I'm not gonna stop you from chatting, but I don't endorse AI videos, so please don't talk about it in chat. But then please don't talk about AI videos in chat. But I'm gonna allow you to chat just because I'm gonna assume you're a human. So yeah. Okay. Where was I? some as person said, oh, mom, like, get good, stop being sad. The thing is, okay, the thing is, like, it's a weird thing. My mom doesn't really think like get good, stop being sad. You're chill. Okay. Just don't mention it. I guess. All right. Um, my mom doesn't really do like get good, but then when she's like, she gets incredibly like frustrated very easily. I'm actually suspecting my mom has OCD, like not like the kind of OCD where it's like, this thing looks weird, I have OCD, I need to fix it. No, it's the kind of OCD where it's like, I have to do this. If I don't do this, everyone is gonna fucking die. Everyone is gonna be angry. Everyone's gonna be angry. So like, if I don't do certain things, she gets really frustrated, and but then she refuses to see a doctor. Like, we keep telling her, hey, you probably should see a doctor, and then like, no, and then she keeps refusing to see a doctor. Like, I'm fine. Don't. Why are you questioning me? Why do you think I'm going crazy? Like she keeps doing that. Like, so like, we can't really get her to see a doctor, which is very bad. So my mom probably has like some, we'd rather die or swim in. What the fuck is that kind of question? What? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. Sorry. But yeah. So I genuinely think like my mom has some form of OCD, and it's really, really bad. So like, she doesn't go, oh, get good, just be happy, get good. But then when she's frustrated, if she's frustrated, she goes, like, she says anything. She goes, why can't you just be happy? Like, why are you sad? Like she doesn't say that when she's calm and collected. But then, because she's so frequently annoyed because of most likely what I'm seeing now, her OCD. It's 8:20. It's 2025. What? It's not. I'm not. Time zones exist, right? Time zones exist. Time zones are a thing, right? Like, but yeah, my mom, but when the moment she goes, do not dox my time zone. I already, my time zone is just my fucking country. I'm a Malaysian. I already said I'm Malaysian, and so like, why is it? I'm perfectly fine with you guys knowing that I'm Malaysian, and Malaysia has one time zone. So like, it's not really doxing. It's perfectly fine. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't really know how to like, your time zone G plus 32. What the fuck? Don't correct us. What the fuck? But yeah, it is. Like, why is the grande combination? What are you saying? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have no idea what you're saying here. But it's just really, really annoying because like, my mom can't understand like my issues, and she's the type of person that's like, hey, what the fuck are you saying? Somebody needs spider. What? I don't know what you're saying. I'm sorry, video maker. I don't know what you're saying. You're really. I'm like really confused. Video maker, I'm gonna have to tell you to stop just spamming incomprehensible mess, or else I'm gonna have to mute you, because you're just spamming incomprehensible stuff, and it's kind of ruining chat a bit. But it's fine. You speak the language of the gods. Okay. Yeah. It's just, I'm also trying to deal with my mom's like OCD symptoms. It's just like it's really frustrating when she denies my. She's literally AI model trying to sleep by a 1.55 billion model. Yeah. But I have I've literally like told like here, the thing is like sometimes it's really annoying. No, I've talked about this, but I major in physics, right? I'm a physics major. I'm it's literally my thing. I spent years studying physics stuff. And then sometimes I tell her like physics facts. Like they genuinely think my mom genuinely thinks that pylons, you know, the electrical pylon things that they use to transfer electricity. She genuinely thinks that pylons. I'm gonna post links again in YouTube Live, but it will not show. Links are not gonna show on YouTube Live, and please, but yeah, I'm not going to. Don't do that. Um, yeah, she genuinely believes that pylons emit radiation that harms the human body. The number of times I have told her, as a person who literally studies how electromagnetism works and how radiation works, I literally told her, Mom, that thing literally has no possible way of emitting any form of energy that is literally. Oh gosh, it's truly an issue mentality of one. But yeah, that thing literally has no possible way of emitting enough energy to hurt you. Quantum mechanics says so. Hello, King Was. Welcome in. Today, there's not new people today. I wonder where you guys are from. Yeah, it's so fucking annoying. Like, she just like quantum mechanics for like. Okay, so I'm gonna go off a little bit of a physics tangent here. Just ignore me. I'm gonna go off a little bit on a physics tangent. But hold on. So if you don't know, so pylons actually do emit like a minor amount of electromagnetic radiation. But the way it emits it is through like quantum physics or stuff. Ah, fuck you. The way it emits signals is through like, you know how electricity also generates magnetic fields. So by positioning the electric and magnetic fields a certain way, and like, you know, the way antennas, like, you know how antennas work. So it's the same thing as antennas, but think of a pylon as like a very, very big antenna. So it can only emit radiation of very, very large wavelengths. And very, very large wavelengths, scientifically, quantum mechanically, cannot hold extremely minuscule amounts of energy. Like very, 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 very minuscule amounts of energy. Wavelengths, energy of wavelengths, like it's basically very long radio waves. They have no energy whatsoever, and they can't really do shit. That's why radio is used to transfer signals instead of using to transfer energy. Like recently, I think they learned how to transfer energy with high frequency microwave or something, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm still reading it up on that. But that's why radio waves cannot transfer energy. That's why like a lot of people say like Nikola Tesla. Back when Nikola Tesla was experimenting with radio waves, he thought that he's gonna be able to make a system that was able to transfer energy wirelessly at a reasonable pace, such that wires would be a thing of the past. That was just wrong. That could not possibly happen. Sadly, Nikola Tesla was right about a lot of things, but the one thing he was wrong on is the application of, at least for now, EM radiation for how come if I got to do quantum mechanics, but but when I get back to work, but okay, oh come on, but yeah. excuse me. But yeah, so that's why Nikola Tesla's idea of like wireless energy transfer could never work. It only recently could wireless energy transfer even like be viable. I think someone, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. No, I want to look it up now. Might as well. I'm gonna look it up now. Wireless energy transfer project. There you go. But there's like a project of long range transferring energy. Let me go to the news section because it's a new thing. This is a very new thing. Beaming energy more than 5 miles away. Okay. Apparently it was set by the US military. Of course, because of course it's the fucking military. What wavelengths are they using? These tests refer to as scrap, mark important step. It doesn't say. It doesn't say what the frequency they're using is. But yeah, it doesn't say. So but one thing you can so another thing is that these kind of wireless energy can only be focused. It has to be like some form of laser beam. So basically, like if you want to like transfer energy wirelessly to a specific area, like let's say you want to power the entire city of New York from one wireless source, that's not going to be possible. That is not viable. That is literally physically unviable unless you have a million energy like laser guns, which I think that's way too much work. Maybe at one point we can do like, you know, receiving stations all across the place, and then we wirelessly transfer to the receiving stations, and the receiving stations transfer it around with wires. Maybe that's viable. I'm not sure, but any form of radiation transfer where you like, you know, spread energy around, that is not gonna be good for that is never gonna be good for like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Yeah, but that's never gonna be good for any form of power transmission because of quantum mechanics. Oh no, that was not because of quantum mechanics. That one's because of in the inverse square law. That one's because of the inverse square law. Alright, but yeah, back to... I just realized this is the biggest tangent I've ever went on. And my Vtuber model's gone again. Oh, it's back. What a tangent to be on, honestly. I just... Because like I was talking about therapy, then I went to my mom, then I went to radio waves. Amazing tangent. But yeah, back to therapy though. Back to therapy. Thankfully, like on the day, like, you know, my mom, you know, my parents discovering my thing. At the same day, I had therapy. I finally got therapy. It was great. The actual therapeutic process has not started yet. That's gonna start next Thursday. But yeah, that's gonna start next Thursday. But right now, the doctor, the psychologist, I should say, has made her initial assessments of me. I recently saw online that the current psychologist I have does do some LGBT like counseling, so I'm hoping she can help with my, you know, gender issues and stuff. But also I'm hoping Like, and after everything was she was done assessing me, she did talk to my parents for a bit, and I did tell her about like all of the stuff that happened that morning, because like right before I went, the discovery was right before I went to therapy, and I basically told her, hey, that happened this morning, and it's really I don't know how to talk to them about it, and I don't want, and she she promised me she's not gonna tell them what it's for. She just tells me, oh yeah, that's but then she did help me communicate with my parents, because my parents also needed to know my current condition, I guess, because that was a whole thing. That was a whole thing my mom and dad needed to know, and that's what the therapist did. She tried to tell my parents, like, hey, this is your child's condition. You need to think about this. You need to think about that. It's not gonna be this. It's not gonna be that. It's gonna be really annoying. It's gonna be really frustrating. And I had to leave the room when the therapist started talking about me to them, because I don't know, I just don't like to listen to that shit. If she's talking about me that I need to hear, then it's about a story. But since she's talking to me about my parents, about me to my parents, I got I'm like, nah, I'm out of here. I'm just gonna sit here and wait while you guys have the conversation. So I'm hoping I don't know what they said, but I'm hoping it slightly helped with that morning's kerfuffle. I don't know how to speak to them regarding this issue. This is such an annoying issue. I told her that I was a streamer as well. I didn't tell her, hey, they don't beat you up. Bob, hope they don't beat. I'm 24. I don't think they can beat me up anymore. I'm 24, Bob. I'm not like 10 years old. And even then, my parents do love me. My parents do love me. They're great parents. They're amazing parents. It's just they're old, and they can't. And I live in a completely different world to them. Oh, screw you! Fuck you. But yeah, I live in a completely different world to my parents, especially because my autism, my ADHD, and other forms of stuff. So they can't really, they try their best to accommodate for me, but it's totally understandable that they don't understand me. I will say, I guess at least one weakness my parents really have when it comes to their the way they raised me, was genuine. Like, the only really bad thing you can really think of is that they trained me to survive. They trained me to, oh yeah, be in this situation, you have to know how to do this so you can survive. They didn't really teach me how to enjoy surviving, if that makes sense. So I was taught to I was taught really stern, hey, you have to remember your future, your job is not okay, of course, I'm not as a kid, but as a teenager and as a young adult kind of thing. Well, I'm a young adult now, but pre-adult, I guess. Hey, in the future, your job is not going to accommodate for these kind of things. You need to know how to change these kind of things, or else you're gonna fall behind. Or you need to do this in school so that you have this small little advantage compared to other people. So they have a lot of they taught me a lot of stuff, how to survive, but they didn't really taught me how to enjoy the survival. So I ended up really not really enjoying, even though I'm really good at it. I'm actually really, 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 really good at adapting to the situation around me. That sounds weird to say, but I am a person that can adapt myself into quite a lot of situations. It's just that the adaptation makes me incredibly depressed because like, oh my god, why is life like this? Can life not be more interesting? Why is life so focused on, oh, I need to do this in order to survive, like that kind of thing. But yeah, I do love my parents I still do love my parents though. They taught me all of those stuff out of protection. They were worried, about my future. They want me to have the best life in the future. And they still, and anytime I have any kind of problem, they will care for me. They will try to help. Like, they were very, like, with my current, like, mental issues, they were really, 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 really supportive. A lot more supportive than I initially thought, actually. Like, I genuinely thought they wouldn't understand my depression. They would not accommodate for my depression. They would think I'm a weak person, typical Asian parents. But they didn't. They actually accommodated for it. They realized I had problems, and they went, "Yeah, you need help. We're gonna help you." They didn't go, "Oh my god, this is unacceptable. You can't do this." They didn't do that, and it was really, it genuinely is cool. I love that they did that. I love that they try to help me in any way they can. It's just that we are in such different worlds, and we have such different beliefs and such different knowledges that like their way of they have their own way of helping me, which might not be the most suitable for me, which might actually make things worse. But they're trying their best, and I really don't want to fault them for trying, They're trying their best to fit into my world, and I'm also trying my best to tolerate and understand their world. But it's just kind of frustrating because because of how different I am from them, and how different I am from people around me most of the time. So, like, especially people I've talked to, like people in Malaysia, I don't really like people in Malaysia. It's a weird thing to say, but I don't like people in Malaysia. But not like I hate them. I like them as, they're not bad people. I'm not saying like, oh, I hate them as a person. It's just that I feel like I'm not in the same mindset as most Malaysians. Like, mentally, they would think a certain way, and they'll take some things by default, which I would, think a lot about, or, have my own opinions about, and really intense feelings about. Yet they will not have any kind of concern for those things, while they have concerns for some things that I don't concern myself with. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know. I don't know if it's just, I don't know if it's just, it might just be an everywhere thing. It might not just be a Malaysian thing. It might be it might not just be a Malaysian thing. It might just be an autism thing. I don't know. That sounds like autism. Yeah, that does sound like autism. Oh yeah, speaking of autism, I guess. The therapist genuinely did. Like, okay, I basically so the center doesn't provide an official diagnosis for autism, I don't think. But I think I basically told the therapist I suspect I have autism, and then the therapist basically went, "Oh, you suspect you have autism," and then, so what are you gonna? Do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this problem? Can you show me an example? I'm gonna tell you, and then every answer, every question she gave, I would either say yes, or I could give her like a very vivid answer. Oh yeah, this happened. So I'm pretty sure, even though I didn't get an official autism diagnosis, that's as close to an autism diagnosis I'm gonna get for now. I'm pretty sure that's as close to an autism diagnosis I'm gonna get in Malaysia. Because my last, well, not the really therapist, my last psychiatrist, back in college, she wasn't really, she she immediately jumped to the conclusion, you have no problem communicating. I don't think you have autism. You're good at communicating. What do you mean I'm good at communicating? What the fuck do you mean? How the fuck do I have no friends then? I learned this shit through years of suffering. Of course I know how to communicate. But then, oh, you want to talk to me? Oh, I'm able to describe my symptoms like I am a professor. I'm a professor of science. Like, oh yeah, this patient exhibits symptoms A, B, C, D, and E. Because I have autism and I'm really good at analyzing my thoughts and analyzing my things. So I'm able to express that. But I can't small talk. I'm so bad at small talking. Genuinely, I'm so bad at small talk. The fact that I'm able to stream is already a godsend, because it's literally like some kind of, and like when I realize when I stream, I basically just info dump. I'm just insanely info dumping. I'm just info dumping on you guys. You guys are just my victims of info dumping. You guys are my victims of info dumping, and I just go full autism and I go full insano mode. Like, I'm very good at speaking in technical terms. I'm not good in speaking in I'm not good in speaking in like casual terms. Small talk is just you engaging in truthing narcissism and speaking like solid state. Like, I can't talk a lot about yourself and your interests and then repeat what others say. I don't. Okay, here's the thing. My interests are hard to talk about because my interests are A, Vtubing, B, anime. Well, anime is actually okay, but then like the anime I watch are not like very popular anime, so a lot of people don't watch them. I do watch some popular anime, and then C, deep academic stuff. And criteria C is because A is not gonna be a thing that I can talk about. B is like, oh yeah, a lot of people have not. Last year you married your very responsible wife. Yeah, we've known each other for 7 years. 7 years, boom, with small talk. Mango, no joke. Mango, you joke, but that's genuinely a lot of times how I small talk. Wow, I just go, oh yeah, oh that's interesting. Oh wow, that's cool. Yeah, I literally just do that, and that's how I small talk. I don't know how to small talk, so I just go, wow. Good news, you're engaging in small talk. I know I'm technically engaging in small talk, but then I know I'm technically engaging in small talk, but then I have no idea what the fuck's going on. I can't speak. I'm not good at speaking. The fact that I'm a streamer is already, for me, is already fucking insane. The fact that people are willing to listen to me fucking yap about bullshit. Why the fuck are you guys watching me? I just yap. I just info dump and yap. Yeah, I learned. I kind of have to learn to small talk. I didn't know how to small talk in school. And I didn't really know how to engage in conversations. I have a cute accent. That's cute. That's actually cute. That's nice. Thank you, Mango. What does my accent sound like for you guys actually? What's my accent? I'm curious. Like, what does my accent sound like? What do you guys think of my accent actually? Nasally? What the fuck does that even mean? Because I don't know. Like, every time I listen to my Indian scam, what is Indian scammer sounding? Joking. I almost got offended then. I think I can do it. You speak through the nose? Really? I don't know actually. I didn't even realize that. Because I feel like the way I speak is okay. In my own head, when I'm listening to myself, I think I'm speaking like American or like actually yeah, probably like American like American English, I guess. Like you know the average accent of like the average YouTuber, average American YouTuber. That's what I imagine myself talking. But then I listen to myself like outside, like I you know I sometimes watch my own streams and listen to myself, and I go, wow, I sound very fucking Asian. I sound so fucking Asian. I actually sound like a Malaysian. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought I was speaking in perfect accent. You're telling me I sound like a Malaysian? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking shitting me? You're telling me I actually have a very strong accent? Are you shitting me? Because it's really funny because it's like, oh my god, I consider myself like, you know, native English, like English. I consider English as a native language because I genuinely spoke English to a lot of people since I was a kid. Like even before I was, like even though it's technically my second language, I spoke it since I was a kid. I spoke in conversations. I watched English media since I was a kid. Yada yada. So yeah, to me it's like it's basically the equivalent of native. Meanwhile, I listen to myself and I'm like, damn, why the fuck do I sound so Chinese? Like I sound so Malaysian. And then the thing is I sound very Malaysian, but at the same time, it's not really a Malaysian accent because I can turn on a Malaysian accent. So if I turn on the Malaysian accent, it's like this. This is an actual proper Malaysian accent. This is something that I don't think many people hear before. But then you guys, this is what you guys will probably hear the average Malaysian sound like. Meanwhile, I'm over here speaking like I'm fucking, you know, more English than your native language. Same actually. But even you hear no difference. What? What the fuck? There's no wait, seriously? No, genuinely. Did you actually hear no difference? But like in my head, those were two completely different sounds. Like this is like this one. This is a different accent. We speak like, I don't know, we end our sentences quite low, not instead of like high for some reason. But then I don't know why we talk like this also. Yeah, you hear it now, you're stereotypical. It barely changes? Really? At most H spelled differently, but otherwise the same? Bruh. I'm gonna kill myself, man. I spent so long working on my English speaking skills only to sound like the average Malaysian. It's so over for me. It's actually over. The typical Asian in Hollywood. No, it's so over. It's so over. But genuinely though, I'm actually like, you know, voice trainer for accent. I didn't know because in my head those two were completely different accents. That like in my head like those two are completely different sounds because for me it's like turn on turn off thing. I can turn on like Malaysian accent and I can turn like for me like I'm completely in a different headspace when I'm speaking in like Malaysian English, and then when I'm speaking in, you know, proper English, I'm in a completely different headspace. They're not similar at all. But then you're telling me they sound exactly the same, and I'm devastated. Like I can feel my mouth doing different things when I'm speaking in Malaysian. Yet you guys are telling me it's exactly the same. I don't know why I'm offended by this. I'm genuinely offended by this. No, like I feel like Malaysians end their sentences very, very low. Like I don't know. If you listen to a Singaporean accent, it's quite similar. we like the Malaysian accent and Singaporean accent is like very, very similar. But yeah, it's like we talk like this. We have at the start of the word, we emphasize it a lot, and then when the end of the word, end of the sentence, we really end the we end it. Oh, I burped. We end it really low. For some reason we end it really low. I don't know why we end really low. It's like low like this. And you're telling me this is that what I just did? It has no difference to this. Like me speaking right now, where I'm like speaking proper English, proper everything. There is no difference. You're telling me that there is no difference. It's over. I'm gonna kill myself. Years of academic training wasted. Wasted. Save it up for you. Oh my god. It's over. It's over, everyone. For your culture, you have a very unusual squeaker voice than a normal deeper one, than a normal insert nation. I know it's Czech now, Baba. But yeah. I know Germans usually have like wait, no, what? Wait, is it not Czech? Wait, what are you talking about? Like oh, your culture. Have you stated where you're from before? I don't remember if was it Poland? I don't know. I don't remember your culture. I'm sorry. I apologize. Gaslight? I don't remember! Yes. I don't remember. Oh, you're gaslighting me. Oh. Fuck you. Fuck you, Baba. But yeah. Bro, first of all, I'm not broke. Second of all, there you go. There you go. There it is. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't actually mind. You guys are great. I've been under the impression I've been doing a good like accent, like a typical English accent for years. Yeah, you're telling me now I just sound Malaysian. It's so over. It's just so over. Malaysian food is just. I'm gonna kill you, Baba. I'm gonna fly over to the Czech Republic. I'm gonna find where you live. I'm gonna murder you. I'm just kidding. Stop talking about Malaysian food. Malaysian food is great and you know it. Well, technically you might not know it because you probably have never eaten it before because Malaysian food is probably rare in Europe. But still, it's great. It's the best food of them all, and you guys are wrong. Wrong! Genuinely, food nationalism is genuinely the only kind of nationalism I actively endorse. In a friendly way. I genuinely endorse like food, like comparisons, like being proud of your food, like your culture's food, but in a friendly way and like, oh yeah, I love it. As someone who cooks Malaysian food, you don't cook Malaysian food, Mango. You cook a random ass dish, because at this point I know you're just cooking a random ass dish, and just tells me. By the way, this is Malaysian, even though you're just fucking lying. You lying bastard, Mango. I know you're lying. I know. Stop gaslighting. You're gaslighting. You're gaslighting me. Doesn't rice come from Europe? What do you mean doesn't rice come from Europe? Hello? It's like, what the fuck is what the fuck is planktons? What is that? Also, KFC chain doesn't. I'm pretty sure KFC came from America. If you don't want me to cook Malaysian food when you cook, come over here to Malaysia and I fucking cook for you, damn it, Mango. Mango, come over here. Come over here and I will cook for you. I'm not going to trap you in my basement, even though I don't have a basement. I'm not gonna trap you in my closet. No, you're not gonna be trapped there for the rest of your life. No, that's not gonna happen. You heard Malaysians are what? Cause what? Main causes why? Are you okay, Baba? Did you have a stroke? Why parasites exist? Oh, Mango, yeah. Oh, that's gonna be a free housewife, all right. But it's not gonna be me, Mango. It's not gonna be me. I really love YouTube studios like this, like but so a setting I do is basically I set it to like super high for you might be having a grammar stroke, not gonna lie. That's fair, that's fair. But yeah, YouTube Studio has this feature where you can set like you can set a specific super high setting for when you open your eyes super like extremely, and it detects that and it does and I basically made it so that it contracts my pupils, so it looks like typical anime like there's a date. I'm Tate. No, it's not a date. Mango. No, please don't. No, out, get out, get out. I'm not interested in. I'm not interested in dating a. I'm not interested in dating a Finnish guy. No, out, out, out with you, out with you. Cannot. You cannot be suggesting that to me. Okay, alright, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna drink some water. I got you baited? You mean I got you baited? Eh? I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know what you mean, but okay. The cringe is awesome as always. Nah. I've been cringing. I don't know. I ran out. I ran out of my brain is completely fucked right now. I ran out of my train of thought is blank. I went too hard on the conversations early stream, and now my brain is empty. Help. And there. uh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Have you guys watched the? I just watched it yesterday. Actually, Tavi sent it to me yesterday. The season finale of Purple Yuri. It is so cute. I cannot. I cannot imagine. You know, it's so cute and so wholesome. It's. I was genuinely like crying from happiness, from all the way from wholesomeness, all the way through that video, that clip. It's a 2-hour clip, but I was genuinely just crying of happiness of just wholesomeness for like the entire 2 hours of the video. It's so cute. Hi, if it's anime, apologies to the anime. Sorry to the majority of the Earth population which watches anime. No, it's not anime. It's Michi Mochibi and Numi's quote unquote relationship. If you don't know, Michi and Numi are both other VTubers. Michi is Mayoshi. I love Michi. I'm a Michi viewer. I'm a Michi lover. Not as much as Numi though. Numi is another VTuber. Yeah. It's so wholesome. It's genuinely the most wholesome shit I have ever seen. Holy fuck. I'm having a small headache. Oh yeah, YouTube recently has been really fucky for some reason. By the way, if you guys have, if you guys don't know, YouTube has recently been really weird. They've just not been they've just not. They're not like some videos will not show up on your main page if you have a certain setting on. So I think the setting is on like So if you go to like top right corner, like if you go on your profile, and click your profile picture for once, there's a thing that says restricted mode over there, and YouTube has been doing this really bad thing where they just turn it on for some people for no fucking reason whatsoever, and then the filter is supposed to be just filtering potentially mature videos. But the filter is dog shit. Like, I'm gonna you know what? Let's check how many of my videos would it block out, like my live streams. I mean, so I'm gonna turn it on temporarily. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, none of my live streams are viewable. None of them are viewable now. Apparently all of my live streams are mature. Neat! That's so cool, YouTube. That's so fucking cool. Wow. Also, their viewer calculation is fucked recently. It says I have 1 viewer right now. I know for a fact I have at least 2. Because there's me, and then there's Baba. Unless Baba left. Which is fine, but it has been on 1 viewer for like an hour now, so that's not the point. And like YouTube's view calculations has just been completely cooked recently. It's so annoying. And another thing is like for me it's kind of what's really annoying is because I don't have any kind of monetization on yet. I'm still like building up my hours, like like my viewership hours from you guys, to be able to be able to activate like memberships, those kind of things. I'm still quite far away, and I'm also relying on subscribers and stuff. So this is actually, oh wow, look at that! The moment I complain about YouTube, the viewership numbers, the viewership increases back to 2. Wow, how the fuck did this happen? I don't know. But even if you look at like my most recent live stream, just has shitty ass views. I don't know why. It's just shit. I don't know what's going on. It's actually like genuinely so fucking bad. YouTube has just slowly becoming worse and worse, and I don't know how. I genuinely have no idea how to deal with this shit. I might have to move full time to. No, I'm not gonna do that. But I'm already multi-streaming. Multi-streaming, so that's fine. I'm also I don't know why. Okay. Also, for some reason, like, I'm also just not reaching Twitch's criteria for affiliate. So Twitch has 4 criteria for affiliate: 25 followers, at least 4 streams a month, and at least 4 hours a month, and a minimum of 3 average viewers on 4 different days. I have the stream 4 days per month thing and the stream 4 hours per month thing, but I don't have 25 followers, and I don't have 3 average viewers in 4 different days. because I don't know, I for some like I'm pretty sure the analytics is just not recommend. I mean, like the Twitch algorithm is just not recommending me. I don't think I don't have a lot of people that comes to my Twitch. I've been realizing it's kind of weird. You await the day when humans return back to forums and let social media fester and rot up with the bot infestation. Okay, here's the thing. This implies that forums aren't social media. But forums literally are social media. Like, technically Reddit is a forum. It's just it's just like the type of forum where it's like an open forum with multiple communities instead of a one community forum. Like, forums are a social media, so that statement makes no sense. But it's not a forum, it's too mainstream. No, that's the thing. Any kind of like you say, like you wait till humans return back to forums. But the moment the humans return to forums, the forum is gonna become mainstream. And the moment the forum becomes mainstream, the moment the forum becomes mainstream, it becomes literally a social media. One community only websites created in multi-community websites. But that's, once again, you just created a social media. Like, the one community can be like, oh, the general community, like I don't know, r/memes from like, that is a very general community. Hello, Tavi, welcome in. So like even if people go back to forums, you literally just here to say hi. Hello. I'm gonna assume you're busy today or something. Like, what is going on? r/meme does not deserve to exist. But yeah, that's the thing though. Like, r/meme, your idea is like r/meme doesn't deserve to exist. But if we go back to a meme forum, that's just gonna become the new meme forum. That's just gonna become a new social media. Like, it's not going to, like, because like wherever we return, forums will not be as easy as corpos to market and shittify when there is only one niche to milk in them. Here's the thing though. If a lot of people go into a forum, then they're gonna be easy to market. And when when it's easy to market, they're gonna start expanding their platform. Like Twitch started as just a gaming only community with like very, very small. You're requested to dive into hell, so you will lurk. Okay, that's fair. But like Twitch was just just a streaming website for, like small time gamers at the start. You can technically regard it as as like a streaming forum, and at one point it became so big that it became a social media, and you can do more things now. Mastodon and Tumblr succeeded at becoming too niche for corpos to come in and try to shittify them, but not really. Like Tumblr was shittified by corpos at one point. Is that Twitter and all of the other stuff became so mainstream that they became niche in comparison. Like if one day Twitter just disappears from the face of the earth, and Tumblr, and then people are just gonna migrate to Tumblr. That's just how the internet works, sadly. Like, whether you like it or not, that's just how the internet works. Like the moment you stop giving a demand, people are gonna try to fulfill that demand, and people are gonna try to fulfill that demand because especially when the demand is readily available, people are just gonna go into Twitter users. If Twitter just disappears one day, Twitter users are just gonna rush into Tumblr, and Tumblr is gonna become the same problem. Like, the nicheness will disappear once it goes mainstream. Anything will become mainstream once it becomes popular, and the moment it becomes popular, it becomes modern Tumblr is unmarketable to having 130 billion plus users. I know. I understand that. A community is free from the mainstream. I get that. But you can't. But there has to be mainstream social media for niche media to exist. Because without mainstream social media, the niche media will just become the mainstream social media. And then the cycle repeats. Meta communities are keeping itself to extinction. Is there communities can do the same? It's not really. No, I don't. No, it's not really something you can do the same. Because, like, the moment something enters mainstream, it becomes mainstream. Everyone wants to do it. And anything, and with the way the internet works, anything and everything it's not a question of whether or not there will be a mainstream. Will there be a mainstream? The question is what will become the mainstream. The one thing you can reliably say is that there will always be a mainstream thing. It's just that the mainstream thing is not you genuinely can't predict that. Like, sure, like you can argue, oh yeah, metal community, the mainstream is eternal, exactly. Hello Sora, welcome in. Hello Sora, how are you doing? But yeah, like, you don't know what's gonna become mainstream. Like, metal communities are seen at gatekeeping itself because it fell out of the mainstream. You just don't. Like, when it was at the mainstream, it didn't really succeed in gatekeeping itself. It fell out of the mainstream and people started gatekeeping it. You can't really gatekeep a community, is what I'm saying, once it becomes mainstream. Once it becomes mainstream, it's no longer in your hands. It's no longer in the hands of any, like, community. Once something becomes popular, everything goes. Sora, exercise. I'm calling you out on stream now. Go exercise. Alright, sorry. As I said, like, Twitch used to be you're in a car right now. Exercise when you get home. Now, Psycho will repeat if internet takes advice from metal community when Norway can fetishize anti-mainstream. Anti-mainstream might become mainstream, but that's not. Okay, but that is a contradictory statement. If anti-mainstream becomes the mainstream, then you are now anti-mainstream. You know, if that makes sense. Like, that literally cannot happen. Like, that is a logical contradiction of something that can happen. Because if something anti becomes mainstream, basically it's like anti-popular becomes popular, then nothing can become because it's impossible for nothing to become popular. Anything can become popular. Anything will and can become popular. That's how the internet works, and that's how the modern world works. Even without social media as a platform, like, the messaging apps is gonna spread things around quickly. Like, messaging apps is just spread like memes and like communities around quickly. So things are still gonna become mainstream. Like, so the moment things become mainstream, well, you run into the same issue. That's just how things work. That's just like logically. I'm not saying, like, you know, I'm trying to, oh yeah, this is how the world works, like, or something like that. No, I mean, like, that's the logical, like, conclusion. Because things are easy to spread no matter what. Like, as long as the internet exists, including messaging apps, you can remove social media from the equation. You can do emails. You can only have emails or something. But some information is gonna spread really quickly. So some information is going to be more popular than others, and popular information will be perceived more and popularity self-propagates. Something popular would propagate itself because by the fact that it is popular. So if anti-popular is the popular thing, then no one is gonna spread anti-popularness. Norwegian black metal became new shit among metalheads in the 90s, but it was the type of shit that advised to hate newcomers. Younger gens found it too edgy and never managed to fit in. That's the thing. Sure, yes. The thing becomes that Norwegian black metal became anti-mainstream. Yes, I understand that. But then the mainstream still exists. like I understand that you can have something stop being mainstream. That's the thing, but something else will replace it. Because so something else will replace it, and so you can't really get rid of it. So unless you want, and that's the nature of just the internet, nature of like how information works. It's probably not popular to not exist. Can guarantee it once we reach it at the heat depth of the universe. Mate, even in that case, technically, the most popular thing will be nothing, and nothing is a thing, because nothing in the heat depth of the universe, in the context of the heat depth of the universe, the nothingness is a description of something. So that's a thing. That's gonna become the popular thing because it's the only thing. It's the only thing left. So it will become universally popular. The thing is the idea of I guess it's idea of comparison maybe. Like there cannot be non-mainstreamness. There cannot be non-popularity without popularity. Does that make sense? It's like the whole there cannot be light without dark, that kind of thing. This is like a comparative thing. Any kind of adjective is bound to create this kind of dynamics where it's like, if there is no something more, there is definitely gonna be something. There is definitely good. You cannot have something to be more something without having less something. Like that's basic. What about alternate theories for the ultimate fate of the universe? Oh god, you just opened Sora. Just open the can of worms. Let's talk about the end of the universe. Alright. So oh my god, yes. Sora, you opened the giant can of autism worms. So so currently there are three popular interpretations of how the ultimate fate of the universe. So there's three interpretations. This is based on what we know of physics, and based on there's actually quantum. I'm gonna move on from this conversation because I think I'm gonna move on from the conversation mango because I don't think, because I'm more talking about the philosophical concept of mainstreamness than actually talking about how to improve stuff, whatever. Right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But yeah, the theory, how the universe could. There's three theories on the three main theories. Oh, I checked W. But yeah, the three main theories on how the universe could end. The first is, that is the most popular one, the heat depth of the universe. This is under the assumption that what we are observing now doesn't change. What we're observing right now doesn't change, which we don't know. We don't know if it changes or not. What we know now is that the universe is expanding, and the expansion of the universe, is causing. Even the expansion theory has two alternate theories. So technically there's four theories. I'll talk about the other theory, the other heat depth theory later. Right. So the first theory is called the Big Freeze. It is a theory that because of the universe is going to keep on expanding, light is gonna like the observable universe, which is light able to penetrate through the space light is able to penetrate through, is gonna become smaller and smaller. And not just that, and also like every star is gonna run out of fuel, all of the entropy is gonna increase to a point where it's almost complete entropy. Stars running out of fuel, black holes dissolve. What else? Neutron stars run out of energy. White dwarfs finish radiating. That's the heat death of the universe. That is the great freeze. Everything freezes, everything is gone, everything is dead. Done. Under the assumption that the universe continuously expands and that the universe is a closed system. We don't actually know if the universe is a closed system. We are theorizing that the universe is a closed system, but under a theory that the universe is a closed system, if you don't know what a closed system is a system that is isolated from external energy sources, external sources of energy. So like, the closest thing we can do to a closed system is a fully insulated room, completely isolated from the outside world. That's a fully closed system. In reality, there's no such thing as a fully closed system on Earth. We just assume that the entire universe is a fully closed system. We don't fully know, but it's kind of reliable because it kind of breaks. It kind of like it kind of doesn't make sense for the universe to be an open system. Like, the universe is the universe. How can it be there be more things to supply energy into the universe? So that makes no sense. So we assume that the universe is a closed system, and under that assumption, yes, the great freeze will happen. And by the way, the assumptions here are the assumption of like the universe being a closed system is not like, oh, it's something we don't. It's not like, oh yeah, it's an assumption that is shit or something. No, it's something that is quite reliable when it comes to predicting universal stuff. So, from all observations we know now, the universe is a closed system. But yeah, that's the Great Freeze. The next one is called, which also results from the expansion of the universe, is called the Big Rip or the Big Tear. This one is a really interesting one. So that theory postulates that the expansion of the universe is not just gonna go very hard. It's gonna accelerate to a point where the expansion of the universe exceeds the speed of light. And even in between like atoms. So like, light from one atom can never reach another atom because like the universe is expanding so quickly. It's just like how the observable universe, like if things are too far away, the light will never reach us. Because the expansion of the universe is accelerating, this window or this observable universe that we can see is actually closing smaller and smaller. So at one point, it's under the assumption that the acceleration of the expansion of the universe continues to accelerate. It's gonna be so, like, the expansion of the universe is gonna be so fast that the observable universe is gonna just be the size of an atom. And once that happens, no atoms can interact with each other anymore. Like, I guess everyone knows that the speed limit of the universe is the speed of light. So if something is fast, like if light can never reach a certain particle, then they can never interact. That's how that works. So no particles, no atoms can react with each other, causing all known forces of the universe to completely break down, and every atom will just become isolated or just become its own thing, floating around in their own basically like little universe. the universe would just become completely isolated from each other. Every single particle would just be the universe would just be a full of empty space with a lot of very 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 minuscule amount of particles, almost negligible amount of particles just floating around somewhere. So that's the big tear. That is that like these two are under the assumptions that the universe will continue its current expansion and will not stop or turn back, because we don't know what's causing the expansion of the universe to accelerate. We have no idea. Right now, technically, the expansion of the universe is breaking all of physics. There's a really complicated thing with the expansion of the universe. It's called the universal constant. The astro something constant. I forgot what it's called. The is it astrological constant? What is it called? The cosmological constant. There you go. The cosmological constant. It's a really interesting concept. It was actually discovered by Einstein, but Einstein said when he was when he was trying to understand the theory of relativity. But then Einstein was like, "Nah, this makes no sense. I'm gonna pull this out of here." But then when you put it back in, it's actually it actually describes the universe better. So okay, so what we know now is that the universe is expanding and accelerating. But will it ever stop? Will it decelerate? And if it decelerates, would the universe... So if the expansion of the universe stops, then gravity becomes the force of the universe. Gravity becomes the main force of the universe because that's the only power... So there is no longer any repelling force. There's only attraction forces left. So, under that theory, the universe would contract because there is nothing to stop the universe from there's nothing to stop gravity from very very slowly across infinite amount of time slowly attract everything into everything. So that is called the big the big crunch. It's the theory that the entire universe would basically contract back into a singularity. The expansion universe will stop, and then everything will be attracted to each other, and then it will crunch, and the entire universe would go back into a singularity. This is the opposite of the Great Freeze. In this situation, before the end of the universe is going to become really hot. It's going to become extremely, extremely hot. You might say, wait a minute. If the universe is extremely hot, wouldn't that reverse entropy? Not really. Because it's still very chaotic. It's just very chaotic in a small space. So that's hot. So the universe will become really, really hot and really, really energetic. It's just completely chaotic energy. And then it compresses back into a singularity. That's the great big crunch. And then the third theory is actually the follow-up to the big crunch. That once the big crunch happens, and the universe is close to approaching a singularity, the concentration of energy is so high in one specific spot that quantum mechanics doesn't allow it anymore, and it re-explodes into the universe. Basically, a new Big Bang. That's the theory. That's the theories of how the universe would end. So, the first two theories are the first three theories technically are the most dystopian ones where everyone just fucking dies. You either die from the Great Freeze, which is the heat death of the universe, or you die from the universe just crunching up into a singularity, or you die from literally every single atom just ripping apart, or you but then the last one is a little bit more a little bit more optimistic, where it's like, oh, once everything crunches down, quantum mechanics is gonna force the Big Bang because of because it cannot pass. Because if you, basically TLDR, quantum mechanics only allows specific energies at specific energy levels to be a certain only allows specific number of the same energy levels. So the energy might be so big that it literally cannot accommodate it anymore and just blows up again into a new Big Bang. Maybe we don't. Maybe that's the only process in the universe that reverses entropy. We don't know. Is the point? We don't know. None of these things are known. None of these things are things we can conclude. So how would the universe end? I don't know. Maybe all of them are wrong. Maybe the universe is just gonna like there's gonna snap. Someone's just gonna snap their fingers and the universe just stops existing. Maybe we're in a simulation. Maybe the universe is just gonna. All I know is that the Belgians are Why? Why are Belgians? So Sora, are you happy with that answer? Sora, are you happy with that answer? What about the two different versions of the Big Freeze? The Big Freeze and the Big. I already told you the Big Freeze and the Big Tear. What is the other version? Is there a different version? I'm not remembering. Am I forgetting a different? Am I forgetting one? Why do you hate the Belgians, Mango? Let me go to Wikipedia. Hold up. Heat death stems from second law of thermodynamics, which states that entropy tends to increase from isolated system. From this hypothesis implies that if the universe has sufficient time, it will asymptotically. They're both the Big Freeze. One just takes longer. Can you elaborate? I don't know. That's just the Big Freeze in just different time frames, right? Depending on whether or not protons decay. Oh yeah, the proton. Okay. First of all, I'm not advanced enough to fully understand that. Second of all, hold on. I'm actually reading through. I found it. The decay time for a supermassive black hole, 1 times 10 to the power 11 solar masses. Some large black holes. After that time, the universe was so-called dark era, consisting of chiefly gases of photons and leptons. That's the big tear I was just talking about. With only very diffuse matter remaining. Activity in the universe will have trailed off with extremely low energy level, extremely long time scale. Speculatively, it's possible the universe may enter a second inflationary epoch, or assuming that the current vacuum state is a false vacuum, the vacuum may decay into a lower energy state. It's possible the entropy production will cease and the universe will reach heat death. It has been hypothesized over periods of time. Over vast periods of time, a spontaneous entropy decrease could eventually occur via Poincare's currents theorem, thermal fluctuations, and fluctuation theorem. Through this, the Big Bang could possibly create a new universe similar to the current one by quantum fluctuations and quantum fluctuations. I have no idea what any of that means. As if it's like time frame stuff, I don't know. I don't know how the time frame stuff works. I know how the idea works for these stuff, but the time frame stuff is very complicated. Like I learned the old theory on how the only one I actively learned in school was an old one that's already like obsolete. Like that, we already know that this isn't gonna happen, which is the theory that the universe is moving. Like back before we know that the universe was accelerating, we thought that the universe was moving away at actually equal velocity. We only recently learned that it's accelerating. So what I was taught in school was that if the universe, like what I was taught in school was like, what would cause, like how long it would take for the norm, like that constant velocity decay, heat death. I mean. Uh, yeah, nobody knows. Nobody knows exactly. The real answer is nobody knows. All of this could be wrong, by the way. God damn, why am I reading? Why am I reading physics right now? Sora, why would you get me to actually fucking read physics now? I did streaming so I wouldn't have to think about physics without thinking about physics. God damn you. That's fine. Um. Yeah, we don't know. There's a lot about the universe we don't know. Physics is funny. Man, you guys are the like first people that genuinely get interested in my physics rambles. Most of my friends like I find like no, oh yeah, not my physics friends. My physics friends are able to even discuss with me about these like science stuff. Most of my just average friends are like, what are you talking? Stop talking about physics. You don't care about physics. But yeah, thank you guys for being weirdly supportive of my physics of my physics autism. But yeah, are you satisfied, Sora? You're happy? You're happy? Are you happy on my theories on the heat death of the universe? Not my theories, it's someone else's theory that I'm just talking about right now. And these are only the popular ones, I guess. There are a lot more different ideas. Yes, LOL. But yeah, there is a lot of like theories that say like, you know, we don't actually know how entropy truly works in the universe. So point of view, like we know how entropy works on Earth or in the scale of like the galaxy or something, but in the universe, we don't actually know. We don't actually know in like thermodynamic entropy. How do we define what kind of system the universe is? So until we can define that, we cannot know that. We only know that thermodynamics is a very close approximation to what we currently know about thermodynamics is that it works really well with what we can see right now. Anything we cannot see, we don't know. But yeah. Oh, all right. I am like, I'm actually like, um, I'm actually talking about this so much now that I'm actually like, my brain actually hurts and my mouth actually like feels like, I actually feel like my mouth is dry. I'm gonna take a small little like 1 minute talking break. All right, that was a boring 1 minute. uh, yeah. All right. Anything. You're cool. Please never forget that. Thank you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you, Mango. I need this. I need these. I'm so. Even nobody has ever called me cool. Nobody has ever called me cool. Okay. I know I shouldn't be. I know I shouldn't be that affected by such a small little compliment. But holy shit. I love. Thank you. Stinky. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah, most of my life I've just been like, I've just been told by everyone, yeah, you're not entertaining. You're not really fun to talk to. You're just the person we go to for info dumping, for like random facts about the universe and we need when we need it. So to find just even like just a few people that really really enjoy when I'm yapping. Thank you all. Thank you all for enjoying my yaps. My yaps are completely insane, but thank you. You guys are amazing. You guys are one of the best communities, even though it's right now it's just a very, 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 very small community. It's still a community nonetheless, and you guys are so fucking cool. All of you are so cool. And I'm glad to be your streamer, as the kids say. Oh, I'm like crying right now. Interesting. Is this what they call emotion? Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I really need this right now, especially with just actual pure depression. This has really been helpful. Because I have been, in my streaming, well, in my like year of streaming basically now, I have for a very long time been really, really concerned about my numbers. How many subscribers I have, how many, stuff I have. I'll be honest, I still am. I still am concerned about numbers. But no, but then when I actually am streaming, when when you guys are on the stream talking to me, and when you guys actually make fun of me, engage with me, give me these small little compliments of you're cool. It fills me with it makes me remember that the numbers are just numbers. They don't really matter. What it makes me remember what I did this for, to just have fun, build a fun community around you guys. You guys are great. God damn it! I became so fucking sentimental all of a sudden. We agree you're better. Oh, thank you, Tommy. But no, you guys are better. No, you guys are better. You guys are the best. There is nothing with that. There's nothing better than you guys. I cannot possibly be better than you guys. No, no. I'm crying. I'm crying now. I'm crying. What a grand and intoxicating innocence. What the fuck do you what do you mean intoxicating innocence? What do you mean? I don't get that. Okay. Yeah, I will say I am getting my my lung capacity is getting really, really, really fucking tired. I think I'm gonna like end the stream here because honestly, I feel like I've run out of lung capacity and I feel like if I continue to stream I would genuinely run out of breath. Yeah, I guess thank you. Oh, I'm a little bit lightheaded as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for being the best viewers in the world. Thank you very much for being the best community in the world. If you like my stream, subscribe, follow me on Twitch. If you want to talk to me more about stuff, follow me on Discord. Link in the not join my Discord. I mean, link in the description. If you guys, you guys can follow me on Twitter. Also, link in the description. And Mango, why do you do this to me? Please not tonight. Please just not tonight. Come on. Please just. Anyway. No. Pain is entertaining. I don't know. I don't know. I plan to ask for a collab for the China DLC coming for CKIII. That's the plan right now. And the release date is not out yet, so I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, if you want to donate to me, but oh no, Tommy's going again with collab. No, look what you've done. Look what you've done, Mango. Tommy has been pestering me on when collab for a few days now. I'm scared, and I'm getting scared of Tommy. Tommy is becoming a lot more menacing. But yeah. If you want to see me more, if you want to see me do other stuff, that probably requires money. You can just donate. My donation link in the description also. And I guess I'll see you guys on Friday, which I still have no plans for Friday. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys. Bye.